Hello everyone. Today I will talk about the article that you see on your screen, where Canada is now enforcing fines to individuals and businesses if they don't follow the social distancing guidelines. Getting also breaking news over here, which says that PM Trudeau unveils new business rent assistance and loosened loan qualifications. So Bank of Canada is literally going all in. Okay, I mean they are literally doing each and everything that they can on their plate to help the people. But to be honest, as I've talked in my earlier videos, this is just going to increase the debt that Canada has right now. I don't see this as a very positive sign because in the short term, it's called helicopter money. Government is just giving everybody money. They are just printing money, but this is not going to end well. Okay, I mean this is going to take like years and years for Canada to get out of this. So let's get to the article. So chin-ups in the park net. Toronto man $880 fine as provinces enforce stricter measures. So chin-up bar is, as you know, in most of the parks there's a chin-up bar where you can do a bit of exercise. So a Toronto man was received a $880 fine for a chin-up bar at a local park as provinces crack down on people disobeying physical distancing measures. So uh, this was recently unveiled, and many people are really taken by surprise over here because they are literally walking on the street, and if they get too close to a person, they are just issued a ticket. So as you can see over here, the man was just trying to use the chin up bar in the park, and there were no signs around, but even then he was fined almost $880 ticket. So various provinces have different rules, and stricter measures are being implemented all across Canada. And if you look at it more closely, earlier it was just an advisory thing, like people were advised to socially distance and not go out that much, but now they are literally enforcing that along with legal policing and things like that. Um, as you can see, Health Canada warned that in the absence of a treatment or a vaccine, the fight against the virus may take months and require waves of controls. So recently, Justin Trudeau was asked, when do you think these measures will be lifted? And he said that it's going to be weeks or even months before anything like that happens. And even Air Canada has suspended its flights until June. So at least until the month of June, things are not going to get any better over here. Um, so if you can see under section 7011 of the act, fines for violating a provincial order can range from 750 to 100,000 and can include imprisonment of up to 1 year. So Quebec has the highest number of cases of COVID-19, and provincial police have handed out almost 650 tickets. Okay, maximum fine was up to 6,000 plus additional fees. British Columbia, you can be fined for almost 25,000 with possible jail time. Fines in other provinces, Nova Scotia has around $7,500 fine for businesses. New Brunswick has the most as 10,200. Prince Edward Island has almost 10,000 for a third offense, and every offense after that. So they will give you three warnings, and after that you will be keep on kept on charging $10,000. Newfoundland and Labrador, business owners can be charged almost 50,000. Manitoba, almost 2,500. Saskatchewan, $2,000 fine. Alberta, just look at this, okay? Alberta is fining almost 500,000 for subsequent offenses. So this is just insane, businesses are going to be fined $500,000 in Alberta if they don't follow social distancing guidelines. Yukon, it's around $500. Northwest Territories, uh, $10,000 in fourteen days you have to isolate, or you face $10,000 and 6 months in jail. And Nunavut, it's almost $50,000 or be imprisoned for up to 6 months in jail. So as you can see, this is really getting pretty serious, and countries are enforcing strict rules for them to curb the impact of this virus, because right now almost every country is locked down. And I was just looking at an article the other day where Earlier, as I said, European Union countries, they have all shut their borders. So earlier with a Schengen visa, you were able to go from Italy to Spain or Germany to Poland without even showing your passport. But right now that entire Schengen area is locked up. Okay, you cannot even go from Germany to Belgium. Okay, at this point. So in this kind of scenario, what is the use of a foreign passport, like an A list passport, right? I mean, with a Canadian passport, you get free entry to almost more than 180 to 185 countries in the world. But in a scenario like this, does a Canadian passport even matter? Because the countries can just enforce the rules, and they will just say that we have closed our borders. Okay, you cannot come in our country. I mean, no, we don't care whether you have visa free entry into our country, but we just don't want to allow any visitors. So this is also something to think about. Many people just take up the passports of other countries for the sake of, I would say, just ego purposes, because somehow people are really much more mesmerized by the Western countries. Like they like to just be a citizen of America or Canada or Australia or Europe. But to be honest, every passport really comes with strings attached, and there are tax laws that you have to comply to, once you get a passport of the country. So it's really important that people need to understand what are the implications and the pros and cons of what you're getting into before you give up the Indian citizenship or give up any sort of citizenship and take up a new citizenship. So yeah, as you can see, things are getting really strict around here. People are being fined up to $500,000 if they don't social distance. um, yeah, so this was an update from my side, from this part of the world. If you like the video, please like it, subscribe to my channel for more videos like these, and also hit the bell icon so that you can get a notification every time I upload a video. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.